Your city is probably on the list. You just don't know it yet. Right now, Russia has missiles aimed at America, 1,700 of them, ready to launch. And if they fire, you have 30 minutes to live, maybe less. The targets were chosen 40 years ago, locked into guidance systems, waiting. Today, we're revealing the exact targets Russia has chosen in America, which cities may get hit and why, even if you're far from a major city, you're still not safe. If Russia launches nukes, New York City would likely be targeted. Why? Hitting New York cripples America's economy. 8.5 million people. Wall Street, the stock market, global banking infrastructure. An 800 kiloton warhead could kill 2 million instantly. Another 3 to 5 million die from radiation. The blast doesn't create a crater. Nukes explode in the air. This spreads destruction wider. The shock wave travels at 500 miles per hour, flattening buildings in a 3-mile radius. Manhattan can't be evacuated. Too many people, too few exits. No rescue possible. But it's not the only city Russia would hit. LA would also be targeted. 4 million people. 700,000 could die instantly. 1.5 million injured. LA has an evacuation problem. 5.5 million cars. Almost no public transit. Trapped when the blast hits. LA's drought makes it worse. Nuclear strike contaminates water supply. Millions without safe drinking water. But cities aren't Russia's only targets. Russia's highest priority is missile silos. America has 400 Minuteman III missiles. Each can reach Moscow in 30 minutes. Russia must destroy them before launch. But Russia can't hit them one at a time. The moment one silo gets hit, America launches everything else. Use them or lose them. So Russia has to time hundreds of warheads to hit simultaneously, all arriving in the same minute. 3 bases hold America's land missiles: Malmstrom in Montana, Minot in North Dakota, Warren in Wyoming. Each base has around 150 missiles. Tens of thousands of people live nearby. All 3 bases would be hit at once. No warning, no time to evacuate. But wiping out the silos alone doesn't stop America. There's a base most Americans have never heard of, Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska. This is where STRATCOM operates, the people who control America's entire nuclear arsenal. They decide when to launch, where to aim, how to respond. Russia knows if they destroy this base, America's nuclear response gets chaotic. The nearby city of Omaha sits right next to it. Hundreds of thousands of people are at risk. But here's the thing. America learned from the Cold War. Backup command centers exist across the country, hidden, ready to take over. Destroying one doesn't stop the system, but Russia would try anyway. And there's another critical target. NORAD sits inside a mountain in Colorado, the system that watches the sky for incoming missiles. It's America's early warning system. The moment Russia launches, NORAD sees it. Without NORAD, America goes partially blind. Can't see attacks coming as fast. Can't warn cities in time. Colorado Springs sits right outside. Hundreds of thousands of people nearby, all at risk from a strike. But even if Russia destroys NORAD, they still can't win, because America has one weapon that's impossible to find. Ohio-class nuclear submarines, America's ultimate weapon. 14 submarines hiding in the oceans. Each carries 20 Trident II missiles. Each missile carries 4 to 8 warheads. One submarine can devastate dozens of cities. Russia has no idea where they are, Atlantic or Pacific, moving constantly, running silent. Even if Russia destroys every silo and command center, submarines survive, and they will fire back. That's why Russia can never win. But Russia would still try disrupting communications. Russia would try one more thing: cut communication to the submarines. Special radio stations send orders underwater. One in Maine, one in Washington, one in Hawaii. Destroy these and submarines can't receive launch codes. Or so Russia thinks. But submarine commanders already have their orders. Sealed instructions. If contact is lost, they're authorized to launch anyway. America built the system to survive even this. Backup transmitters exist. Emergency protocols activate automatically. The submarines will fire with or without orders. Russia knows this. They'd hit the stations anyway. It won't matter. But then there's Washington, D.C. itself.
The refuge is very fortunate in that we're on 100 acres. That 100 acres gives us the opportunity.
Stations anyway. It won't matter. But then there's Washington, D.C. itself. Washington, D.C. would definitely be hit. The Pentagon, the White House, Capitol building, all the government in one city. Russia would try to decapitate America's leadership in one strike. Hundreds of thousands would die. But here's what Russia knows. This doesn't stop anything. America's leaders aren't all in one place. The vice president could be anywhere. Cabinet members spread across the country. Someone always survives to take command, and that person orders the counterstrike immediately. Hitting DC doesn't win the war. It just guarantees Russia gets destroyed too. But there's one more city on the target list. Chicago would be targeted. 3 million people. 600,000 could die instantly. Millions injured. Chicago sits on Lake Michigan. Blast affects the water. Wind spreads fallout across the Great Lakes. 80 million people nearby. The region's economy collapses. But targeting cities isn't the most devastating part. Nuclear war doesn't just destroy cities. It poisons everything. Rivers become radioactive. Rain carries contamination for hundreds of miles. Crops won't grow in contaminated soil. Animals die from radiation sickness. Wind patterns spread fallout across entire regions. Where the fallout goes depends on the weather that day, which way the wind blows, how much it rains. Some areas might be safe. Others become dead zones for years. But the Midwest faces the worst. The Midwest gets hit hardest. Nebraska, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming hold silos. Russia must target them. 80% of Americans live east of Mississippi. Wind carries radiation eastward. Montana strikes spread fallout across eastern U.S. Millions exposed depending on weather. Cancer rates spike. Birth defects increase. And that brings us to the total cost. If Russia launches, the death toll is unimaginable. Major cities hit, millions dead instantly. Military bases destroyed, hundreds of thousands more. That's just the direct hits. Princeton University studied what a full nuclear war would look like. Their estimate? 90 million Americans dead or injured in the first few hours. 34 million dead from the blasts. 57 million injured from radiation and burns. But it gets worse. Radiation spreads for years. Crops fail across farming regions. Nuclear winter blocks the sun. Temperatures drop worldwide. Growing seasons collapse. Famine spreads globally. Total deaths worldwide could reach hundreds of millions, maybe over 1 billion when starvation and disease hit. And this assumes both sides only use part of their weapons. Russia has around 5,500 nukes. America has nearly as many. If they used everything, civilization might not survive. So will any of this actually happen in reality?
Yes.
Will this happen? Unlikely. Russia knows launching nukes guarantees their own destruction. America would detect launches immediately. Within 30 minutes, missiles would be heading toward Russia. Moscow, St. Petersburg, every Russian city. This is mutually assured destruction. MAD. Both sides destroyed. That's why it hasn't happened. From first launch to devastation, 30 minutes. No time to negotiate. Targets already programmed. One mistake could trigger it all.
All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Shaw, CDRN 144, Strong Spirit 144. Without further ado, I'd like to give all glory, honor unto Yahweh by Shemiah Shai, by Shemar Kakwadash, double under the elder that teaches his truth. Salutations to the brother pushing his truth on 4 winds of the earth. Also, you sister listening quiet, meetings, confusion of faces as well. Shalom. Went on to get right into it. As you can see, he said it's unlikely to happen, that's guaranteed to happen. It's prophecy. Okay? And we've been on the highways and hedges preaching this for years, and it's accurate to the prophet, it's accurate to the word. And the word which I'm going to get right into. This is 2 Esdras 15, 2 and 15, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Faithful and true. And all we have is hope. Of course, we need it to be true because we need Babylon the Great to be destroyed. Okay? Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Speak against thee. And we're not worrying about disbelievers. We know that prophecy is a fact. We know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a fact. Okay? For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And you know, he said at the end of the video, he spoke of famine, death, destruction. Okay, and the nuclear and the cloud covering the sun, man. Okay, the chemicals that will destroy the crops and all this, man. There's no escaping this. It's only one way out, and that's Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we're going to go to our second Esdras 16. Woe be unto Babylon, Asia, woe be unto Egypt, Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorrow, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is in upon you, who may turn it back. Once those missiles shot out of those silos, that's it. A fire is sunk among you, who may quench it. No man. No man. A plague is sunk upon you. What is that? He driving them away. May any man drive away the hungry lion in the wood, or any man may quench it, the fire and stubble, when it have begun to burn. May one turn away the arrow that is shot out of the strong archer. That's the missiles flying out of those silos, man. It's talking about missiles shot from one end of the earth to the other. The mighty Lord sendeth the plague, who is he that can drive it away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath. Who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightning, he shall not fear, he shall thunder, and shall not be afraid. The Lord shall threaten, and he shall not be utterly beaten with powder. At his presence the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof the sea arises up in waves from the deep, and the wave of it are trouble, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For the strong, his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrow that shooteth is sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot from the end of the world. Okay. They shall not miss. Guaranteed they hit the target, which is Babylon the Great. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they become upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consumes the foundation of the earth. Consume the foundation of the earth. Those thermonuclear missiles, man. Guaranteed for its target. Like as an arrow which is shot from this mighty archer returns not back, even so the plague that shall consent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Only Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Okay, that's it. And what's the price of those nuclear warheads? We're going to go to Malachi. Malachi. For behold, the day cometh shall burn as an oven, and all that do proud and that all do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave no root nor branch. burn them up. Now what it says in Zechariah 14 and 12. Okay, Zechariah 14 and 12. And it shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What a painful way. Okay, but those that are going to be delivered, man, that's going to happen. This is the only hope, man. This is why we out here trying, repenting now. This is what we repent from while we got a chance. Like this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Okay. Verse 52. In a moment, in a twinkle of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be arise incorruptibly. We shall be changed in the blink of an eye. In a twinkle of an eye, we shall be changed, man. Right before all those plagues hit the foundation of the earth. Okay? And this is us once we do get delivered. This is Psalms 91 and 8. Only with the eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. We shall see their destruction, man. Okay? But we got to get with right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua first. Okay? I'm going to go to 2 Esdras 8 and 3. 2 Esdras 8 and 3. There be many created, but only few shall be saved. Within that twinkle. Okay? With that being said, I'd like to give all glory, honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, by Hashem Klak. Stay in the spirit, don't fear it. Always ask for forgiveness, always pray without ceasing. Just like the mind is truth and the terrible thing in the waste. Shalom.